days turned to months, the months to more, and before the au pair knew it, a year had passed. A trip around the sun, and she was still here.
Cinnamon flower?
Yeah.
Aww. They're really rare, you know.
I've got a problem. We've got a problem, Poppins.
Oh, no.
I'm not sick of you. I'm actually pretty in love with you, it turns out.
She always has one blue eye and one brown eye.
1 year became 2, and from 2 it spread into an endless time. So it seemed. 5 years would pass, and there was peace. At long last, deep within the au pair's heart, there was peace. And that peace held for years, which is more than some of us ever get.
Oh, shit.
Found it on the street. Wanted to save it.
Give it here, then. What is going on here? Well, there's your problem. Your roots. Danny, why is there...
Here's the thing. You're my best friend, and I love my life. And I don't know how much time we have left. But however much it is, I want to spend it with you. And I know we can't technically get married, but I also don't really care. We can wear the rings and we'll know. That's enough for me, if it's enough for you.
I reckon that's enough for me, yeah.
Aww.
Oh my god.
This is the best news. I'm so happy for you both.
Cheers, mate.
I'm so worried because Danny looks so uneasy.
Well, she's being followed again, just like her fiance was. He got his restaurant, it looks like.
With Hannah's picture.
There's something in knowing you made a place that people like to come back to.
And no one's lodged any complaints about the name.
Okay, it does get the occasional eye roll, but I'll never forget how badly it annoyed her until she finally had to laugh. And nothing was better than that woman's laugh.
To Hannah.
To Hannah.
Hannah. You heard from Henry recently?
Check in every now and again. We haven't spoken to the kids in ages, though.
But hey, they are growing up and getting out into the world.
Fuck that shit, dude.
Kid wants to chat to a couple of old people, eh?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Try to go when I can. They all came here a few months back. Henry, Miles, Flora, Flora's boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Flora's got a boyfriend. She's 12.
She's 17. Henry is terrified. Thank God he's sober now. He'd drink himself into a grave.
So they're all happy?
Yeah. It's interesting, though, the way they talk about Bly. They don't remember anything about it, which is the kids. Henry still remembers all of it. But I mentioned Hannah, and Flora asked me who I was talking about. It's been this way a while, turns out. They know they used to stay at Bly when they were children. Said they recognised Hannah's picture, but only as the woman that used to stay there with them. The details, the specific moments, the fear of it all that we were so afraid would infect the rest of their lives has just faded away.
Wow.
All that's left is the shape of it. Bly was their summer home. They used to live there when they were children.
Wow.
I mean, by the signs of it, they're thriving. I'd say just let them be. Let them live their lives the way they should, without anything hanging over them. They deserve that. We all do.
Everyone except her. Danny seems like the only one who's suffering. Dude.
Jesus! I saw her. She's there.
Okay. Right. It's gone. We're gonna be okay. You can't think the worst, right? We could have so many more years. I'll do the washing up from now on. You shit at it anyway.
I love Jamie.
Our union is officially civil. I'll marry her again when we can.
No.
Shit.
What's with the water? What's with the water?
What the fuck, dude?
Danny. Danny. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Do you see her? I only see you.
I'm so tired. Just like every day I feel myself fading away, but I'm still here. And I don't understand how that is.
Here. You're here.
It's like I see you in front of me and I feel you touching me. And every day we're living our lives. And I'm aware of that. It's like I don't feel it all the way. I'm not even scared of her anymore. I just stare at her and it's getting harder and harder to see me. Maybe I should just accept that and go.
No, not yet. I'll feel everything for the both of us. But no one is going anywhere. You're still here.
I'm here, sitting next to you, but I'm just really her.
One day at a time.
This is getting kind of
Terrifying. Oh God, no.
what the fuck?
Did she leave?
Oh God.
No.
The au pair knew the moment had come. The beast had lurked indeed, and the beast at its hour had sprung. And she could not risk the most important thing, her most important person, not for one more day. And so the gardener found herself back at Bly Manor one last time. Take me with you, she cried in her heart. Take me. Drag me down like you did the others. But the lady in the lake was different now. The lady in the lake was also Danny, and Danny wouldn't. In fact, no one would ever be taken again, and no one has been taken to this day. For the rest of her days, the gardener would gaze into reflections, hoping to see her face, her own lady in the lake. She'd leave a door open at night, should she ever come back, waiting for her lover to return. Years would go by, and as she slept underneath the water, the au pair's memories would fade, like Viola before her. More time will pass, and the water will wash away the delicate features of her beautiful, perfect face. But she won't be hollow nor empty, and she won't pull others to her fate. She will merely walk the grounds of Bly, harmless as a dove for all of her days, leaving the only trace of who she once was in the memory of the woman who loved her most.
So is it true? If I were to fly to England and I were to visit Bly Manor, I may get a peek of this lady in the lake?
No. I expect if you were to fly to England, you would find no such place by that name. If you were to find the manor, though, perhaps you'd see her, though no way to know when she's awake or asleep.
Big day tomorrow. Let's get some rest.
I liked your story. I think you set it up wrong just in the beginning. You said it was a ghost story. It's a love story.
Is that Flora?
Something on your mind?
I just keep thinking about that silly, gorgeous, insane man I'm marrying tomorrow. I love him more than I ever thought I could love anybody. Sometimes when I'm sitting next to him in that easy silence, you only get with your forever person who loves you as much as you love them, I start getting really, really terrified that he's gonna before I do, and then what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to just live a life that he's not in? Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happening. I'm a mess.
No, you're not. I cry all the time for no good reason. You shouldn't be thinking of losing each other at all. Don't let that hang over your happiness right now. Enjoy that easy silence with him. 'Tis rare, what you've got. When the time does come, years and years from now, mind you, will be hard every day and it won't get easier. Eventually, after some time, you'll find little moments, little pieces of your life that remind you of him. And they'll be silly and dumb, or they'll be sad and you'll cry for hours. But there'll still be a piece of him. And you'll hold them tight. It'll be like he's here with you, even though he's gone. Now.
You know, it's funny. I thought you might be making it up just off that name. Then I figured, how could you know that? It's a funny coincidence, I suppose. My middle name is Flora.
Wait, what?
Aww. Is it?
She's still waiting. She's standing behind her.
Wow.
That was, I mean, it was very sad. That was very, very sad.
It's a love story, not a ghost story.
Yes. I think I picked off some more nails because that gave me anxiety. It was so sad.
It's just the fact that Danny had to sacrifice herself like that.
Well, and Jamie just was trying to get her to hold on and just... But then Danny, like, was reaching for her throat, and she's like, I can't put my loved one in danger, so take myself out. And then she wouldn't pull her down into the lake because she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't kill her loved one. It's wild. That's so good stuff.
I mean, it's tragic. It is a tragic story. Like, Danny, everything that she dealt with and how she ended up at Bly and just the way her whole situation and story ended, it's insane. Like, it's crazy and it's sad. And like, Jamie had to live through all of that and she's still waiting. She's still sitting around waiting, telling the story.
Well, but I mean, Danny's got her hand on her back with her.
It's just that definitely, like, from start to finish, that definitely wasn't what I was expecting.
Me neither.
It was an amazing story, though.
That was like way more than just like a scary show.
Oh yeah, it just had elements of fear in it. It was a tragedy. It was a love story. It was
a ghost story.
Yeah, it had elements of everything. It had plenty of moments of just bone-chilling, scary moments. Because it's like the first time we ever saw like a faceless character in the show, like that shit was scary as hell. The first time we saw someone die, like the way it was shot, the music, the dialogue,
the actors,
the kids. Holy shit, the kids. Like, everyone else in this show was fantastic, but the kids were amazing. They did such a good job. Just that's a tough thing to do. Like, Miles had to be Peter.
Yeah.
Like,
he had to be an asshole.
And he nailed, like, it was so good. I feel like there's still too many questions. There are questions that I have.
By the way, Hannah is my favorite character, but I think Jamie, like, tops Hannah.
I mean, they're both like incredible characters.
Good.
Like,
yes, but I mean, Jamie. They're so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, Hannah's whole story was tragic, and having that last moment with Owen,
well, like in Owen, her with the restaurant, it's just,
it's like you never got what. It's really sad when something like that can't play out, and just those two people can't just go live happily ever after. Like that's sad, because it's like it's almost like they were meant to be just enough, not forever kind of thing. And it's,
but
like,
I mean, Hannah's, her last like thing was like to help Jamie and Owen.
Yeah. Like she spoke to him and then was gone. So I mean, everything about it is just, it's really sad and tragic. And I mean, the questions I have, I still am curious about the parents and how they died, that whole situation. I wish we got more detail about what happened.
Yeah.
You brought up the whole parents sleeping in the bed thing. Like how were they able to live in that house with no issue of getting choked and dragged to the lake? That's a question. I would have been more interested to hear from Flora and Miles and see them older than hearing maybe Owen talk about like, oh, they don't remember anything. Because obviously there's no season 2 of Bly Manor. This is a standalone season.
Yeah.
I kind of, I don't think it takes away from the story and the impact that it had. I'm just curious because I'm a curious person.
Well, I kind of just didn't like the whole like, you only died because you're in the way.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely takes a little bit of the impact away.
But I mean, there was more meaning to it after, like, you know, Danny, like, you, me, us.
Right.
With her.
And how did she know to say that? She just did it.
So it was just sad. I mean, I hope that... I mean, well, because even Danny was saying, like, she just felt the rage. So hopefully that...
I mean, that's who she was.
Rage to rest.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie said it. No one had been taken again. So, like, Danny was the final piece to that puzzle to maybe have everyone rest in peace. Like, all the spirits were unlocked and they could all go rest. Like, even, like, Peter, like, apologized to Miles. Like, he said, I'm sorry. Like...
But he got to leave.
Yeah. Maybe everyone now got what they needed and all those spirits can just rest in peace. And now, obviously, the folks that survived have to kind of live
with it.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's death, right?
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's really, really... I need to go back and watch that opening scene again just to see the relationships of everyone involved in the wedding. I got to go back and check that out. Because it's like you hit on something and then 9 episodes later you bring it back. It's like, shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, right.
I have to go back and like watch that and see exactly what all the relationships were and see that. But like her middle name being Flora is really interesting. But yeah, I thought it was really, really good show. I thought it was really interesting. It was a great follow-up to Hill House.
I liked it.
It definitely didn't have its jump scares because, I mean, Hill House had the greatest jump scare in the history of the world in that show. But the story was, I felt like, a little deeper. It just had more elements of just tragedy and like sadness. Yeah. Even though, like, obviously there was plenty elements of that in Hill House.
Yeah.
But, yeah, overall, I thought it was really good. I mean, the biggest question is the path, the walk, how folks were able to live there without issue.
Yeah.
But I don't think that takes away from the show overall. I don't think it ruins anything. I think it's just a good talking point because it's part of the show and it's worth talking about.
Yeah.
So, overall, I thought it was fantastic. It's crazy to have wrapped up another show.
I know. We made it. I only cried a couple of times.
Yeah. Good couple times. It had a lot of emotion in it. So
good.
Any other thoughts before we wrap it up?
Nope.
All right, y'all. Share your thoughts on the season of The Haunting of Bly Manor. Let us know what you think. We love hearing from you. We can finally jump into the comments without issue. So that's always fun and exciting.
Yep.
So yeah, leave them thoughts and we will see you guys later. Bye.